There are moments in life when everything feels heavy. You wake up tired, your thoughts race without peace, and even the smallest challenge seems larger than it truly is. Many people search for a simple object that will magically remove negativity from their lives. They place their hope in rituals, symbols, or lucky charms. Yet the greatest transformation has never come from the object itself. It has always come from the mind that chooses a new direction. Salt has long been regarded in many cultures as a symbol of purity, preservation, and renewal. Whether or not you practice any tradition involving salt, it can serve as a powerful reminder of something much deeper, the cleansing of your own thoughts. The real obstacle standing between you and success is rarely the world around you. More often, it is the fear, resentment, anger, envy, and doubt that quietly settle within your heart. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack every day. At first, the weight feels manageable. Over time, however, each step becomes exhausting. Negative thoughts work in exactly the same way. They are invisible, yet they slowly steal your strength, your confidence, and your joy. Before you seek to change your circumstances, ask yourself whether you have first lightened the burden within. Take a handful of salt and simply look at it. Every grain is small, yet together they form something valuable. In the same way, every kind thought, every patient response, every act of forgiveness may appear insignificant, but together they shape a peaceful life. Great success is never built by one extraordinary moment. It is built through countless small choices made every single day. Many people blame darkness for filling their lives, yet they continue feeding it with complaints. They speak of failure more than opportunity. They remember insults longer than kindness. They fear tomorrow before it even arrives. The mind becomes what it repeatedly practices. If you constantly rehearse worry, worry becomes your companion. If you practice gratitude, peace quietly enters your life. Consider using salt as a mindful reminder rather than a magical solution. Place a small bowl of salt where you begin your day. Each time you see it, pause for a moment. Breathe slowly. Ask yourself one simple question. What thought am I carrying today that no longer serves me? Release that thought before moving forward. This simple habit can become more powerful than any superstition because it trains your awareness. True cleansing begins within. Salt is a symbol of purity, but real freedom from negativity comes from cleansing your mind of fear, anger, resentment, jealousy, and self-doubt. Many people believe that negativity comes from the outside world, but its greatest power comes from the way we allow it to settle in our minds. Fear, anger, jealousy, guilt, resentment, and constant worry slowly cloud our judgment and drain our energy. These emotions can influence every decision we make, preventing us from seeing opportunities that are right in front of us. While symbols like salt have been associated with cleansing and purity across many cultures, their deepest value lies in what they remind us to do internally. The true cleansing that changes a person's life begins when they consciously choose to release destructive thoughts and replace them with wisdom, compassion, and gratitude. Imagine holding a handful of salt and allowing it to remind you that every day is a chance to let go of one burden. You may release fear that keeps you from trying, anger that steals your peace, or regret that traps you in the past. As these mental burdens become lighter, your heart becomes calmer, your thinking becomes clearer, and your actions become more purposeful. Success grows naturally from this inner transformation because a peaceful mind sees possibilities where a troubled mind sees obstacles. When you cleanse your thoughts each day, you create space for confidence, patience, kindness, and resilience to guide every step of your journey. Small daily habits create lasting success just as countless grains of salt form something valuable. Small acts of gratitude, patience, forgiveness, and discipline build a successful and peaceful life. Success is rarely the result of one dramatic decision or a single extraordinary moment. It is built through the small choices we make every day. Just as countless tiny grains of salt come together to create something useful and valuable, small positive habits gradually shape a strong and successful life. A few minutes of quiet reflection each morning, a kind word to someone in need, a patient response instead of an angry reaction, or a moment spent expressing gratitude may seem insignificant, but these actions slowly transform your character. Every time you choose discipline over procrastination, forgiveness over resentment, or hope over fear, you strengthen your inner foundation. These small victories may go unnoticed by others, but they quietly prepare you for greater challenges and opportunities. Lasting success belongs to those who remain consistent, even when progress feels slow. A peaceful mind is not developed overnight. It grows through repeated acts of awareness and self-control. Likewise, confidence is not created by luck, but by keeping promises you make to yourself each day. As these positive habits become part of your daily life, they naturally replace negativity with calmness, clarity, and purpose. Over time, what once seemed like tiny, ordinary actions become the powerful force that guides you toward a meaningful, balanced, and successful life. Observe negative thoughts without holding on to them. Negative thoughts are temporary. Instead of fighting or believing them, calmly notice them and let them pass with mindful awareness. Negative thoughts are a natural part of being human, and they will appear in every person's mind from time to time. The problem is not that these thoughts arise, but that we often believe them without question or allow them to control our actions. A passing thought of fear, doubt, or anger does not define who you are. It is simply a visitor, not a permanent resident. Instead of resisting every negative emotion or fighting it with frustration, learn to observe it with quiet awareness. Notice how it enters your mind, acknowledge its presence, and allow it to pass without feeding it with endless attention. Like a leaf floating down a stream, every thought eventually moves on if you do not cling to it. When you create space between yourself and your thoughts, you begin to realize that you have the freedom to choose your response. This awareness brings clarity during difficult moments and prevents temporary emotions from becoming lasting habits. As you practice this daily, your mind becomes calmer, your reactions become wiser, and your decisions become more thoughtful. You no longer waste energy battling every negative feeling. Instead, you develop the quiet strength to let go of what does not serve you and focus your attention on peace, compassion, wisdom, and purposeful action. Create an environment that supports inner peace, a clean space, fresh air, sunlight, kind words, and mindful routines help cultivate a peaceful mindset that encourages wise decisions and emotional balance. The environment around you has a quiet but powerful influence on the condition of your mind. A cluttered space, constant noise, and endless distractions can gradually create stress, making it difficult to think clearly or remain calm. In contrast, a clean and peaceful environment encourages focus, patience, and emotional balance. Begin by taking care of the place where you live and work. Keep it organized, allow fresh air to flow through it, and welcome natural light whenever possible. These simple actions can refresh not only your surroundings but also your state of mind. The atmosphere you create extends beyond physical objects. The words you speak, the people you spend time with, and the information you allow into your mind all shape your inner world. Choose conversations that inspire kindness instead of conflict, and seek company that encourages growth rather than constant negativity. Even a few moments of silence each day can become a refuge where your thoughts settle and your heart regains its balance. When your surroundings reflect peace and order, your mind naturally follows the same path. A calm environment supports wise decisions, strengthens self-control, and makes it easier to respond to life's challenges with clarity instead of confusion. By caring for your outer world, you also nurture the quiet strength that grows within. Success is inner peace before outer achievement. Real success is not measured only by wealth or recognitions. It is found in a calm mind, compassionate heart, disciplined actions, and the ability to face life's challenges without being controlled by negativity. Many people spend their lives chasing wealth, recognition, or status, believing these achievements alone define success. While these accomplishments can bring comfort and opportunity, they cannot guarantee lasting happiness or inner peace. A person may possess great riches yet remain restless, anxious, or dissatisfied. True success begins long before the world applauds your achievements. It begins with developing a peaceful mind, a compassionate heart, and the wisdom to respond calmly to life's challenges. When you are no longer controlled by fear, anger, or constant comparison, you discover a deeper sense of freedom that no external reward can provide. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity to grow rather than a reason to lose hope. Every setback becomes a lesson instead of a permanent defeat. This inner stability allows you to make thoughtful decisions, build meaningful relationships, and remain steady during difficult times. Success is found in waking each morning with purpose, treating others with kindness, and ending each day without bitterness or regret. It is the quiet confidence that comes from living according to your values instead of seeking approval from others. When peace guides your thoughts and compassion shapes your actions, outward achievements become a natural result rather than the only measure of your worth. This is the kind of success that endures through every season of life.